Welcome to the Mystical Truths Podcast. This is Rebecca, and I'm really glad you're here. Let's unlock your world. We've all heard someone say, or we may have said it ourselves, things like, you just have to let that go if you want to feel good. Or you can't take that with you, you've got to let it go. And I'm sure most of us get letting go when it's about something like, that person was totally rude to me. And somebody says, well, just, let it go. Like maybe they had a bad day. Maybe they're just a jerk a lot of the time. Let it go. Go back to your happy day. Or, I just burned dinner. But you've had enough sort of positive thinking to get yourself to the thoughts of, all right, well, we have other food, or we can get takeout. So I'm just going to let that go, throw it in the garbage and go on. Those let goes are just easier to get to. But what about the Jesus take the wheel, or let go, let God stuff? I mean, what do we really mean by that? The kind of let goes when we're talking about our life and all of the circumstances in it. What then? What if it's about stuff that feels or seems bigger to us? What about the, I don't know what to do. How can I let go? I don't know which decision is the best one. I can't just let go and think it's going to fall out of the sky. How do I just let go and just be sure that things are going to work out well for me? We've been very conditioned to think that we have to figure these things out. That's just not our job. One night I was in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, and I just had the thoughts. I put it out there to the universe, and I said, I want more information on letting go. Like, what exactly are we talking about there? How do we do that letting go thing? How do we get there? And I heard back, it's more a knowing than a doing. Such a simple answer, but it's so full of information. And I thought, right, I know that, right, got it. It's a knowing, not really a doing. And I thought, because, we just can't pick up our concerns or worry or fear, just grab it with our hand, open a window and just let go. You can't just toss it out there. It's not a doing kind of thing. So if it's not a doing kind of thing, it makes sense that it's a knowing thing. We can only truly let go of our concerns, our worries, our troubles, whatever it might be, whatever we seem to be stuck on or frustrated about or confused about. We can only truly let go by knowing, not wishing or hoping. That's where a lot of people are at with this. Jesus, take the wheel, and I hope it works out. You're not there yet. And of course, I don't mean let go of your steering wheel. That's just a way of saying, if we trust enough, we know no matter what, things are going to work out for us. So it's helping yourself remember, because you already know this. It's in you. You knew it when you came, and you know when you're hearing these words that they're correct. But that still leaves us with but I'm still not letting go. So you've got to help yourself remember consistently until you really remember enough that you really know that everything has the potential to work out really well for you, even if you can't see how. There are always multiple ways. Keep telling yourself that. It's true, but you've most likely been talked out of that. Also, say to yourself, I have free will to bring about anything that I want. I have free will. That means I can call it in or block it. I can just allow it to come, or I can block it. Which am I doing? And you can tell by the way you feel. Say to yourself also, I'm always being lovingly attended to and guided. And if I just chill, if I just relax and not be so like a dog on a bone with this, I'll just feel my way through. It'll just happen. And I know that sounds too good to be true, but you've had it happen. We've all had some kind of experience that just sort of worked out for us. It's similar to when a scientist is working on a project and they've tried every angle and it's just not working, and they just hang it up for the day. And they go and do something else, and boom, a thought comes, aha. And they go back and get it to work. So these solutions aren't coming really from your thought process. They're coming, maybe you can say, into your thought process. But you have to be out of the way. If you're trying to figure things out and do something, and you're not in that flow of receiving while you're doing, because it's not like we shouldn't do anything, we should do the inspired stuff. So finding your trust might not be a quick or maybe seem like an easy thing to do, but you can do it. It's your nature. And it takes a just consistent reminding that this is real. This whole universal intelligence is right there with you. Paying attention and knowing how to click things together, knowing how to synchronize. It's not your job. Your job is to have the thoughts and have the desires and then pay attention. So letting go means a couple things. It means stop trying to make it work yourself. Stop trying to do the details. Let go of you thinking that you have to figure this out. And letting go also means remembering, knowing, appreciating the source that you are, the source that you're a part of, all blended together. But that source stuff, not our logical brain, is the thing that's syncing all of this up well for you. But with that free will, of course, you can sync it not too well. It'll still, let me clarify that, it'll still be synchronized in multiple ways really well. But if you're calling through your expectation the lack of or the not so greatness of, the ways to that are also synchronized too. There's multiple ways for things to work out. And some of them are just half okay. Some of them are crap. Because you have free will and you have all the options available. So you're the picker, you're the chooser. And you're doing it all day long. All day long, it's being done automatically in a complete match of frequencies to what you are expecting. Changing your expectations through that trust is so helpful. And you just got to be honest with yourself. Am I really sure that fill in the blank is working out perfectly for me? Am I so sure that I feel good about it, that it feels really good? Because if you're not feeling good about it, you're not sure. And if you're not sure, you're not trusting. And if you're not trusting, you're not letting go. Letting go doesn't mean stop paying attention. It means be aware. One day I went to the store to get a sewing tool. And I went to Michael's, and just all of a sudden, I didn't spend long in there at all because I just had the feeling like that wasn't where I needed to be. So I left there, and there was a Joann fabric not far, so I rode over there. And I went in and I roamed around a little while. I asked a woman that worked there. She found the tool I wanted. And I'm at the checkout, and it's taking a while. The girl that was checking people out was helping somebody else. She was the only one up front. And it's taking a while. And I thought, well, it's no big deal. I'm not, there's no reason to get upset about this. She's busy. It's the way it is. And as I'm standing there, I overheard, I think it was the manager, say to a woman, everything on these tables by the doors here is just free. It's stuff that we're going to pitch anyway. It's all mostly Christmas and different things, but you can take what you want. And so the girl came over and rung me up, and I said, did I hear the manager say that? And she said, oh, yeah. It's just excess inventory. We have to get rid of it. We're just letting people take it so it doesn't end up in the trash. And I thought, wasn't that cool? So I went over and I found some really nice things that I brought home for next Christmas. Now, was I looking for Christmas stuff? No. Is it a big deal? No. But that's what it feels like when things are just working out for you, when you just let go. Like, I don't have to figure out which store I really need to be at. I'm just going to pay attention to what lights up for me. And I'm not going to stand here and get mad because she's not here. I'm just having my happy moments. And I overhear something, and that kind of worked out. Isn't that cool? So when you are letting go, you're trusting the things are there for you and work out in oftentimes ways you would not have expected. And that's why you just have to lightly pay attention. And if they're not working out, they're still there. But you're not letting go of the details of how. I don't know if I shared these stories or not before, but they're two quick ones. So I had a business several years ago that I wanted to sell. My kids and I ran the business, and I was definitely getting in my head too much about it. I had it listed, didn't hear anything from anybody, and I was starting to get in my head about it. So I said to the kids, road trip, and we took off, headed to the Laurel Mountains for the day. I said, I don't know when we're coming back, what we're going to do. We're just going to go and just get our minds completely off of things. And we did. We had a great time. We came back that evening, and I had an email from the people who bought the business. Didn't ticker the price or anything, just were happy to buy the business. So simple. One inquiry, one sale, wonderful family. It went beautifully. Done. There was also a time when I was going through a divorce, and the kids and I were living in a condo, and we just didn't want to stay there anymore. We wanted something bigger and with a yard. And so I was looking and not finding anything. And we needed 3 bedrooms at the time. That wasn't the easiest thing to find. I was renting. And we were like 2 weeks from the, end of when we needed to be out of the condo, and still hadn't found anything. And I saw this one house, and, I said to the kids, well, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. They're like, Mom, it's 2 weeks. I'm like, well, hey, everything's working out. I saw this one ad, went and looked at this house, and my son had made the comment when we looked at a couple other houses that, wouldn't it be nice to have a laundry chute? And I said, oh, yeah, that's kind of a neat idea. Didn't think anything of it. So we go to look at this house, and it was great. New carpet, beautiful house, nice yard, great. And my son said, Mom, look, we were in the upstairs bathroom. He said, look, laundry chutes. And I said, isn't that funny? That's what you wanted. And the only thing was, in the kitchen, there was no refrigerator. So kids and I looked, and, we left, and I said, all right, well, let's talk about it. And I said, the only thing is I need to get a refrigerator if we take that house, but everything else seems to be great. And the next day we ran into the owners of that house, and he said, oh, honey, by the way, if you're interested in that house, I'm going to put a refrigerator in the kitchen. And I said to the kids, well, there we go. And I met with him. I think it was the following day. He didn't even want to lease. We had a great relationship, and we moved in. It was perfect. And so even when you're down to the wire, don't doubt that things are popping for you, because everything is poppable. And sure, it gets maybe a little bit more challenging, maybe. It doesn't need to be. And I'm not encouraging you to use that word, really, but when it gets down to the wire, that's when you're really going to know whether you're trusting or not. That's when you really have to maintain that sense of everything is working out well. And I'm just letting go of the details. I'm letting go of the how. And I'm looking forward to being surprised by the details and how this unfolds. Wouldn't it be fun to have a story of we were down to our last 2 weeks and, right, how fun is that? Right? A good teaching story too. So letting go is, again, like everything else involved in life, is just so simple. Easy, yes, it's very easy. It's so easy that we think we can't do it, or we think it's too hard, or it's too complicated, or it's something that we have to do. And we can't really do it. We sort of have to be it. We just have to know that I'm not in charge of the details. I wouldn't want to be, frankly. I don't, and we all don't have a broad enough vision to see all the possibilities and be able to blend things with other people and other circumstances. Why wouldn't you want all of those in Source that have a much more broad vision, or broader, whatever the right way is to say that, vision of what's possible. You gotta let that go and take advantage of what you have right there for you. And it's not out there somewhere. It's right here where you're at. It's working out right here in real time, in the space that you're in the body that you're in the environment that you're in. It's right here with you. And that's why you have to be aware if you're getting certain thoughts. This seems like a good idea, or I just want to do this, or I really want to talk to that person right now, or I don't want to do anything right now. That's all guidance. And that's all part of you not holding the reins, but knowing that the horse and the carriage are going to get you exactly where you want to be in really good timing and in pretty cool ways, pretty interesting ways. Life loves to surprise you and delight you. When you know that things are working out for you and you see it work out, you're not actually as surprised over time as you were in the beginning because you expect it so much. It's not really a surprise. It's certainly not a shock, but it still is delightful. And it's fun and it's adventurous and it's there for everybody. So if you're in your own way with something, admit that to yourself. I obviously am in my own way. And if I don't know right now how to get out of my way, I'll know when I know, because that's ease and that'll help you let go. It'll at least help you head in that direction. So the rest is up to you. I'm going to let this information go and let it just sort of blend with you. And I hope that it helps you to trust so much that life is always working out for you. It has the potential. Always, every situation, there's always the potential. And the more you know that, then there's nothing to let go of. You just are sort of waiting for it then. And the wait doesn't have to be long. You're just watching and moving, going through the motions of it. Knowing that in perfect timing, that's working out for me. That's working out for me. So that's all I have to say about that for now. If you like the podcast, it would be great if you share it or like it or all those things that help other people hear it too. You can find me at mysticaltruths.com.